Hello, everybody. It's the weekly roundup. I'm Roger Veer, and I'm here with a longtime friend and Bitcoin fan, Joby Week. Some of you know him, but some won't.
Aloha, everybody. From sunny Monaco, here we are out on a yacht, having a great kind of strategy session with the top thought leaders of the crypto space. And of course, Bitcoin Cash is a hot topic here.
Yeah, pretty much everybody here is a fan of Bitcoin Cash. To tell me, I think you were hesitant a little bit, and you actually have a really interesting story that you can share with people about exactly what made you a Bitcoin Cash fan.
Well, yeah, I like a number of different cryptos. I like Zcash because it's privacy, and Monero, and I like Dash. I like their projects. And I've been in Bitcoin since it was 85 cents a Bitcoin. So I've been around for a while. I got my first Bitcoin on the Silk Road, which we were also discussing today.
Does that mean you were a seller?
No, I actually, it was weird. I had to go find a green dot card and get the tour thing, and I had to go find someone to sell me Bitcoin. It was a process. It's gotten so much easier nowadays. But I was telling you the other day what really made us do the leap in terms of BitClub, our mining pool, going Bitcoin Cash was in January. As we know, there was a huge run-up. Bitcoin hit $20,000, but the transaction times were so slow and expensive. And I had sent $4 million to a friend of mine, and I showed you the picture. We'll flash the picture so you can see it. And it had 0 confirmations, and the price dropped to 3.3 million, which means I was out $700,000, and I put a $51 miner fee on top of the transaction to push it through faster, and it wasn't going through. So I went and called them up, and I was like, "Hey, let's push this on the next block." And
called who up?
Well,
Miner buddy? Okay.
My miner buddy.
So let's slow this story down a little bit, though. So you paid a $51 fee
to start with
for a single Bitcoin transaction to start with.
This is insane.
And during the time you were waiting, the price dropped, and several hours went by.
A whole day went by, and I was freaking out because I watched the 4 million I sent turn into 3.3 million, and I'm like, dude, because I was supposed to give them 4 million, not 3.3, right? So I call them up, and they're like, yeah, we'll push it through for $100. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, $100 in Bitcoin Cash. And I said, what? Wait, I have to pay Bitcoin Cash to speed up a Bitcoin transaction? What? And I just threw my phone down. I was like, that's it, Bitcoin Cash. So we've been using it. It's fast. It's cheap. It's self-evident. Maybe they'll come out with a friendly way to do it with their Lightning project and all that. But at the moment right now, it's Bitcoin Cash. And we were discussing, platforms that will plug into the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, kind of like what Exonom is doing, and to compete with the ERC20 tokens that Ethereum has, etc. So we can actually launch our own tokens on the Bitcoin blockchain,
So actually, I've noticed with BitClub Network, though, sometimes some of your hash rate's on Bitcoin Cash, but most of it still seems to be on Bitcoin Core most of the time. Any updates on when we'll see more of that?
It's a disappointment. So many people say things and then do the opposite. And we've had a lot of vendors. I mean, we set up a data center in Iceland. We got one in Georgia and one in Norway. We got some power out of Canada. We're building this one in Montana, which is going to be the largest Bitcoin mine in the world. It's 300 megawatts. It's monstrous. Wow. And but the guys that we send all this equipment and they tell us it's going to be ready and hashing by March, then it's April, then it's May. Oh, the power company did this. Oh, the substation did this. It's all these excuses, and so we've got $50 million in equipment sitting there, and it's still not plugged in, and it's really a disappointment because as the difficulty of mining goes up, because more and more people are realizing they can buy machines that print money. I mean, why would you want to buy the golden egg? The next week you're having to buy eggs, the next month you're buying eggs when you could buy the goose that lays golden eggs, and that's what mining is we're buying machines that print money. All these people are realizing that they can do that now, and so it's making the difficulty to mine more and more difficult, and so that's why we're just not hitting as many blocks, period, right now until this new equipment goes in. So, hey, that's what life's all about. It's about, roadblocks becoming stepping stones, opportunities, et cetera. But I tell you what, there's a lot of moving parts in this business.
So I guess now today, though, yourself personally, it's I met a couple of people here. They said that you helped them get set up with their first Bitcoin wallet, and you gave them some Bitcoin. I said, which wallet was that? And they showed me the Bitcoin.com wallet. And when they opened it, it was Bitcoin Cash that you were handing out.
I'm not lying.
I want to thank you for that,
Of
Joby.
course,
So
bro,
thank you.
Of course.
So.
You know, I it's self-evident. It's way faster and cheaper.
And if you're not convinced or haven't tried it, try using Bitcoin Core. Try using Bitcoin Cash. It's clear. One's fast, cheap, and reliable. That's Bitcoin Cash. And Bitcoin Core.
And you can do both through the Bitcoin.com wallet, which you can see for yourself. Send $5 to your friend. It will cost you less than a penny with Bitcoin Cash. Send $5 of Bitcoin, and it's like 17 cents or something. You know, it's like 17 times more expensive at the moment.
At least 17 cents.
I did it the other day. I was like, see, it's Bitcoin Cash. You know.
So don't be like Joby using Bitcoin Core in the past and losing us $700,000 because of it.
It's a bummer.
So that brings us into the news of the week. We'll chat about it a little bit here. So there's just so much infrastructure being built on top of Bitcoin Cash at this point because it actually works for payments, and so people are busy building on it. One of those is a website called CoinFunder, FUNDR.co, and it's like a bounty platform. And this guy, Unit Maimon, personally pledged $10,000 worth of his Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin Cash open source related projects on this platform. So if you want to have a chance to go and start a project on CoinFundR.co, which is a neat one. Another one for those that have been around Bitcoin for a long time. I'm sure you guys remember one of the smartest developers in this space was a guy named Mike Hearn, who was a professional capacity planner for Google. I'm sure you remember his name.
Age of Cryptocurrency, a great book that goes over the whole history of the beginning days of Bitcoin.
And he had a fantastic project called Lighthouse that he was building on Bitcoin, but the Bitcoin Core developers intentionally blocked it from being able to do this, like decentralized crowdfunding project management stuff, which is just amazing. And it's back and being developed on Lighthouse.cash now. It's being built on the Bitcoin Cash platform. It was basically dead for the last couple of years because of the Bitcoin full blocks and bad user experience, and now it's being brought back to life on Bitcoin Cash.
And CryptoCribs as well.
Yeah, CryptoCribs. Have you used CryptoCribs yourself?
I haven't yet, but anything that will compete with Airbnb, I'm excited about. I've joined this one called Third Home, which is pretty cool too. But the news story about CryptoCribs is pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you haven't tried it, go on over to CryptoCribs.com. It's like Airbnb, but you can use your cryptocurrency stuff there. Although, be careful because there's some other people, unfortunately, that like to target cryptocurrency people for hackings or robberies or things like that. So be cautious when you use...
don't show up with your private keys.
Yeah, keep your private keys private. Speaking of attacks on cryptocurrency users, Zencash had a 51% attack this week. So yeah, so Bitcoin Gold the week before, Zencash this week, and that just shows basically that so-called full nodes, they don't protect the network one bit. It's the amount of mining power on the network, which is one more reason we should see more hash rate come from BitClub Network onto the Bitcoin Cash network.
It's coming.
And I offered in the past, if you guys need help with your pool infrastructure, Bitcoin.com will run your entire pool for free. You guys just need to point your mining equipment and we'll head it, and all the blocks will still be marked as BitClub Network, and you guys won't need anybody else to goof around running your pool software. So the other BitClub Network guys, Russ and the rest of you guys out there, that offer still stands. We'll do it for you guys for free. Only requirement is you have to mine Bitcoin Cash with the hash rate. So next piece of news. So here's a fun one. So apparently a Bitcoin Cash supporter in Virginia stole a tank, and I just saw some little clip of it on
through 100 miles of chase. He had all the cops chasing him, and he was driving a tank.
I think I'll have to spend some more time on YouTube to watch the full video of that. But I'll tell you what, guys. If
you're gonna do that, don't put a Bitcoin Cash bumper sticker on your tank. Just
and so that's an example of a bad thing that a Bitcoin Cash supporter did. But another thing that people are doing, they're robbing banks. You know what their bank robbers are using? Shoes. So that doesn't mean that shoe factories are bad companies because bank robbers use shoes, any more than the fact that one guy stole an armored car and went on a rampage. It was a Bitcoin Cash fan. That doesn't mean Bitcoin Cash is bad either. So keep using Bitcoin Cash and keep wearing shoes out there. Although Joby's barefoot here.
I haven't worn shoes in a couple days.
So another exciting thing is Coinbase is coming to Japan. So Coinbase, welcome to Japan. We're excited to have you there and bring more competition to the space. And Coinbase is probably the company that's brought more people in the entire world to cryptocurrencies than any other one at all ever. So
even more than Silk Road. we were
it's
just
probably in the same ballpark, to be honest. Now that you mentioned it, so one interesting.
BitClub's got 1 million members, so we've brought a lot of people too.
You guys have, and Silk Road, if you look at it, was probably the most successful startup ever in the entire history of the world. If you look at how many people started using the platform in such a short amount of time and how much money the platform was able to earn in such a short amount of time, that was one of the most successful startups ever
Well, we
in
have
the history of the world.
we have to congratulate drugs for winning the war on drugs.
So there's a war on drugs, but the people
But
on
the
drugs
drugs
are
are
winning. The people using drugs are winning the war on drugs.
Yeah, it's, it's really potent stuff out there right now.
Apparently. So another fun thing on the list here is a company called Streamlabs has made a tipping platform where people on Twitch can tip people in Bitcoin Cash and a number of other cryptocurrencies as well. I'm not a Twitch user myself. Have you used Twitch? Or
No, I haven't either.
I kind of know what it is, and apparently it's really, really popular with the young people, which I guess means you and I aren't so young.
I just use Bitcoin.com wallet.
There you go. Speaking of the Bitcoin.com wallet and Bitcoin.com mining pool and other mining pools, there's this Miner's Choice initiative, which is basically having different mining pools. Bitcoin.com has joined it via BTC, CoinGeek, and a number of others, where they're lowering the dust threshold and basically lowering the amount of fees on Bitcoin transactions. So instead of your Bitcoin transaction costing maybe a fifth of a penny, it's going to cost like a 50th of a penny or a 500th of a penny. And some transactions will be completely free, just like Bitcoin was from like 2009 until maybe 2013, I think, was kind of the end of the free transactions, because these Bitcoin Core people think that no transaction should ever be free. Which, anyhow, it's nice to see pools on Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah,
it's kind of like what Dash does.
It kind of like you can pool that transaction fee and donate it to a good and worthy cause.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of these miners are doing.
I'm sure you remember the majority of your Bitcoin transactions were free for like the first several years you were using Bitcoin, right? It was the rare exception in which a Bitcoin transaction actually did cost money. So, which brings us to another
hackathon going down in China.
More than 100 coders over on 11 teams had a giant hackathon in China working on Bitcoin Cash specific problems, or Bitcoin Cash specific software code. Like, all this stuff is happening on Bitcoin Cash, like hackathons around the world, businesses taking it up.
A lot of smart people that are getting behind it. I know like Bitcoin Core likes to say, oh, it's just Roger with like 3 guys that run Bitcoin Cash and we have all the brains. No, that's not true. Actually, there's a lot of very smart people that are on this project.
And so let's talk about, so we're on a boat in Monaco with a lot of brain power at this conference. Like, there is a lot of brain power in the room here, and I have not heard a single person have anything negative to say about Bitcoin Cash. And these people they've said negative things about other things they disagree with me and others, but like, has anybody said anything negative about Bitcoin Cash?
I haven't heard it.
No.
I haven't heard it.
No.
I've just heard you say, Bitcoin Cash is Bitcoin.
And lots of smiles and clapping from the room, too. So, which just shows, like, anybody that's interested in cryptocurrency being usable as currency is a fan of Bitcoin Cash. And anybody who was a fan of Bitcoin in the early days is a fan of Bitcoin Cash today.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So we have another one. Chainfeed.org is a global live news feed powered by Bitcoin Cash. I haven't used it myself yet, but I'll have to take a look at chainfeed.org. You've looked at memo.cash? And,
yeah. I actually posted a couple of memos the other day.
Yeah, I'm trying to post. I post on Twitter, and I'm trying to post the duplicate content on both memo.cash and blockpress.com. I think is the other one, or .org. And have you seen that
I recorded our wedding because the same kid said that we weren't officially married because I never got a marriage license. I'm like, look, it's recorded on the blockchain. Me and Steph got married.
And it isn't directly Bitcoin Cash crypto related, but there's another country called Libreland that's being formed.
There is?
Tell us about your plans for Libreland.
So in between Serbia and Croatia, down the Danube River, which is a beautiful river that goes up to Budapest and across to Vienna and up to Prague, is an island that neither side has claimed. It's not Serbian, it's not Croatian. So a friend of mine, Vet, went and stuck a flag there and created Libreland. It's the first country that will be on the blockchain. I'm one of the founding fathers. You've been a great supporter of it. And we got a constitution. You can go to Libreland.org and sign up to become a citizen. We're making passports. And it's a really clever idea. And huge fans of Bitcoin Cash and Libreland. We're working on some cool energy projects and a way for all of our citizens to get dividends and mining revenue and stuff. So instead of, extracting money from citizens in the form of taxation, by being a citizen, you get dividends in crypto. So it's an exciting idea, and I think we've had over 500,000 people sign up to become members. So join us.
So is that other first that you're planning to do? Is that private or?
Oh yeah. So we were talking about having Stephanie's pregnant. She's 5 months 5 months
That's Joby's
pregnant.
wife that apparently wasn't official until they put it on the blockchain.
Yeah. No, I'm still not official because we got married in the Bahamas, never asked for permission to exercise a right. And then, of course, in America, we didn't feel like we
Don't
needed
need
to
permission there either.
get a marriage license. Why is it any of the government's business if we get married or not? So we never got around to getting a license. And so going through St. Kitts, to get the passports and everything, they're like, oh, you need to have a marriage license, otherwise you're not really married. So I was like, it's on the blockchain. That's about as official as it gets. Anyways, so we're talking about having our little baby in Libreland.
It would be the first natural born citizen
Liverlandian.
of Liverland. Yeah. So
Liverlandian.
that would be fun. We'll see if your wife's up for it. She looked a little worried about having it in the wilderness there.
I know, there isn't a hospital there, but we could do a water birth. There is the Danube River.
To each their own. So next on our list, though, so Cashpay is a new wallet from the founder of Kryptonize.it. Kryptonize.it is a platform that allows you to buy anything you want with Bitcoin Cash. They handle it all for you. Apparently, they have their own wallet that lets you buy things on Amazon and any other online retailer right there from their wallet. So another example of the useful services being built on Bitcoin Cash. Have you seen the Bitcoin Cash jitney, I think they're called, in the Philippines? Bitcoin Cash bus. Have you seen these pictures? No. Oh, well, there'll be a picture
Flash
on the screen.
pictures across
That's
the
right.
screen. Here they are.
And so there's a bunch of them sponsored in part by Bitcoin.com, apparently, and they're driving all over the Manila, dropping people off and picking people up, and they can ride around. And I just heard earlier this week that there's 65 more of these air-conditioned buses are being ordered from China that will be decked out in Bitcoin Cash, and they'll be driving around.
More traffic.
China. Yeah.
More traffic in Manila.
And I think it was 65. I'll have to double check. It might have even been 650. It was one of those two numbers, but we'll put the information here in the video when this goes up.
I'm looking for the
YouTube,
Bitcoin Cash helicopters when I'm in Manila. That's a little of my taste. Last time I was in Manila, 2-hour traffic jam just to go for like a mile.
Yeah,
got so mad I just got out and walked.
We'll have to do
Walking,
that.
you don't have to pay Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. I just walked.
So that brings us to the end of our news today for June 8th, Friday, June 8th. A couple of things I always close with. If you like this content, subscribe to it on YouTube, click like, leave a comment, and then share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on memo.cash, share it on yours.org, Steam it, BlockPress, all your social media, because that's how we get the word out. And the reason we need to get the word out is because our Bitcoin is completely censored. You are not allowed to talk about Bitcoin on our Bitcoin. So what do you think about that, Joby?
Yeah, I don't use that site anymore anyways.
And I stopped as well because it's so censored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you want to just be fed propaganda all the time?
Yeah. So
competition.
Yep. And their competition breeds better results at lower prices. Speaking of better results with lower prices, that brings us to Bitcoin Cash. If you don't have any yet, go to free.bitcoin.com. We're giving away free Bitcoin Cash to anybody who wants them there at free.bitcoin.com, and share that on your social media. Tell a friend, share it on memo.cash, BlockPress, Facebook,
all that
Twitter,
good stuff.
Everywhere, except for our Bitcoin. I actually, anybody out there that wants to see the censorship, go and share free.bitcoin.com on our Bitcoin, and they will delete your post. And it's not even allowed. They won't even allow you to talk about it there.
They won't allow us to give their readers free money.
Free cryptocurrency giveaways are not
So
allowed
funny.
on our Bitcoin. So anyhow, thank you guys all very much.
Cheers, everybody.
Spread out the good word. Thank you all, and goodbye from Monaco.
Aloha from Monaco.